gates of hell. Voices collide in the scorching domain, rising like thunder, crashing down like pain. Tunes brothers, they sing, they scream, they roar, crack open the vibe, hear the fires come. Harmony erupts, raw flames in control, vortex of chaos feeding your soul.
Okay, welcome back into the Brothers of Tunes, the Tunes Brothers. We've got Norm.
Hey.
Myself, Down Under Dave, Scotty G, and Louie. I'm a poet, and I didn't even fucking know it. What do we got going on, Scott?
We got the solo album time, guys, and we're going to do, in my opinion, the best one. Not by much. I'm not going to sit here and say that Ace's is 10 times better than Paul's or anything like that. No, it ain't. I find them pretty damn close, in my opinion, because those are the only ones that I like most of the stuff on them. But we're going to jump in to the Spacemans today. This is the first one of the solos we're going to revisit. It was me and Rob last time. Now it's the whole group. So thought it would be interesting to see what everybody's take is on the Spaceman today. So anybody want Darren, you want to give a take on it?
Yes. Well, not my favorite of the solo albums. It's up there. I guess more so by default, because a couple of them are just very poor efforts. There is, however, for me, a theme amongst this album that we'll get into that over the years, I guess, it's kind of worn on me.
The drugs?
Well, besides that, you know, as a kid, I didn't necessarily catch the references that are in there, but partially, I guess, maybe that, but more so the incessant whining that goes on throughout the album. I mean, it's strong in some areas and lesser in others, but it does wear on me a bit. But we'll get into that. But overall, it's not a bad album. I mean, there's really nothing on here that I would say is complete crap, but stuff that I could skip.
Right,
Robert?
well, I am intrigued for this going forward because I guess I obviously well documented don't really listen to lyrics. I just assume everything Ace sings about is getting high and fucking, you know, electricity and, you know, UFOs. But hey, if he's got some whining shit, that's something more for me to pick on. Anyway, as much as I like to bust Scotty's balls, this is a fucking great album, right? I mean, this was 1A and 1B, Paul and Ace, when I was a kid, and even still to this day. I may not agree with his glorifying of being stoned, but you can't take much away from this album. It's fucking phenomenal. Dave?
Yeah, a bit like you, Rob. I probably busted Scotty's balls about this one as well. I like most of this album. There are a couple that I'd rather not listen to at all. Listening to it again, though, I thought to myself, it's not that hard a rock, is it?
No, it's more psychedelic almost.
Yeah, and a couple of pop rock tunes.
So, yeah, it didn't just come over as hard to me this time listening to it. Maybe, I don't know. Music's got heavier as time goes on, but it's still a good album. It still ranks number 2 for me, so.
My take on it is...
Whoa, Scott, real quick. We will just chat, jump out and jump back in because you're echoing bad.
Gotcha. Son of a
How's
bitch.
Godzilla, Louis?
All
How
right.
you guys doing?
Good, Louis. Took you a while.
Since we're waiting for Scott to come back, just voicing an opinion. I like the old Tunes Brothers song better. This one sounds kind of gay, but it's over elaborate.
Says the guy who says if you could do that song with more of a wasp voice.
Yeah.
So I spend 6
That guy
fucking
don't sound like
hours
Wasp.
fighting with fucking AI because you can't just say sound like Blackie Lawless. It won't let you use celebrity names or band names. So I had to use very creative adjectives to try to describe a voice that Louis said I should be using. It turned out sounding just like the fucking voice from God damn it, the bass player from fucking White Zombies band, Beasto Blanco, which is fucking phenomenal. And
Well,
Night
it's the
Problem.
lyrics and the pace of the song. The lyrics
No.
just sound too
I mean,
over
I kinda
the
like
top,
it.
and the over the top makes it kind of, over
I think
the
it's
top.
just Louis being Louis. I mean,
Yeah, that
I
could
got
be
a
it
bad
too.
case of the trots. I like the first one, but I'd like this one too. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
maybe
like
that's
them
a
both.
lot
I just
better.
got tired of the same one over, and I'll just rotate them in and out.
Yeah,
I
that'd be a
really,
good
I
idea.
really like this one. It's very White Zombie-esque. But yeah, Louis can't ever be fucking pleased. How about I just send you a fucking script? You can sing the fucking lyrics, and I'll put it to music, and then you can't bitch about nothing.
You wouldn't want me to do that.
Come on, do it. Do it.
Okay,
Do it.
Scotty, your take on Ace Frehley.
Yeah, man. As many times as I've heard this album over the years, it come off a little different this time. Since the last time me and you listened to it. It's fucking strange, I know, but anyway. I've always loved Ace's album, even as a kid. I felt that him and Paul kind of stayed true-ish to the Kiss sound. Believe it or not, though, it was not my favorite when I was a kid because I had my head so far up Gene's fucking ass. That pile of shit that he put out was my favorite.
I would have guessed Peters.
Until I, finally woke up and Gene wasn't my favorite character anymore, and I realized, but Ace was the first one that I got all these at the same time. They were a birthday present from my mom, and I listened to Ace's first because I'd only heard him sing 2 songs. I was just, damn, Ace is going to be on all these songs, so that intrigued me, so I had to listen to his first. I've always loved it. Things have changed around a little bit over the years, of course, like everything else, but to me, it's a solid, very solid, great album. And we got one more of those coming. So, yeah. Lois.
Thank you. This is going to get compared to Paul's every now and then throughout the show, I suspect, and I'm just going to do mine right now and not do it again for the rest of the video. I liked Paul's best when I was a kid, and because at the time it was epic and grandiose, but the only trouble is it's dated. It has a Boston / Meatloaf kind of sound to it, whereas Ace's was very simplistic at the time, but it's also timeless. The timelessness of Ace is what makes me like it best. It doesn't matter if we're listening to the 70s, the 80s, 90s, all the way up to 2025. It still has a timeless sound to it. And that's why I think Ace is the best one. And that's all I'm going to say for now.
Okay, Louis incorrect as always. Darren, your
All right.
number 9.
Yeah, I really wanted to break a little bit from tradition, but I decided not to. I stuck with Fractured Mirror at number 9, solely based on the fact that it's an instrumental. But of, I don't know, the 23 Fractured Mirror iterations that he has. This one happens. I think this one's my favorite. Some of the others I think stray off a little bit. But anyway, again, it's just an instrumental, but it is done quite well. So Fractured Mirrors, number 9.
I would have thought technically any song that Ace didn't sing would have been a better song.
Yeah, it could have been put number 1 just because his vocals weren't on there.
Yes.
But I am going to agree with Darren for the same reason. It is a very well done instrumental. Unlike others, when we did the Ace Frehley second sighting, I hate every other iteration of Fractured. None of them even come close. This has got one of the nicest melodic melodies to it. This is probably one of the only instrumentals I can say, maybe this and Peace from Michelangelo, that I would put on purpose on a playlist just because it's such a nice, soothing listen. But it's still an instrumental, so it still has to go last for me. Davey boy. Hey, Tommy Thayer's in the house.
Hey, Tommy, how you going? The true Spaceman. Was the Spaceman longer than Ace ever was? And a better guitarist to go.
Oh.
Number 9 for me, I'm going to break tradition. I have not put the instrumental. I've got.
Dave, is there something you can do to crank your mic a little bit?
Is it a bit?
Yeah.
It's a bit tinny like that last Wasp album.
How's that?
That's the one I listened to.
It's the same.
Is it? Oh, well, I did go to their production house.
Your volume is just lower. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
How's that?
Try taking it out of your
Just give your take. I'll check something out on my side.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, you're good. Just keep going.
All right. Yeah. So number 9, I have Ozone. With this one, I think the intro is too long. The unnecessarily trying to mime every line with the last one, and then of course we've got that typical Ace Frehley dull as fuck chorus that he seems to like. And at that stage, you wish the intro had started again because that was then the best part of it. So I've never liked the song. You know what I'm talking about, Tommy?
Awesome take.
Oh.
You mean you don't like ozone?
No, it's like save your love.
He must have spent time in the Tibet mountains with monks when he came up with that. Oh.
All right, number 9 for me. The first time this has ever been number 9, unless it was number 9 when we done it the last time. I don't remember.
That makes a lot of sense.
I usually have Fractured Mirror there, but it didn't wind up there this time. What's on Your Mind? Number 9. And for some reason, I have never really cared about that song. I don't know what it is about the song. It just, I don't know. It's like it shouldn't have been on the album, in my opinion.
It really
I'm not
is a
saying
different
it's horrible.
it is a different style, to your point. It is definitely a lighter, poppier song.
Would you shut up? God almighty, I know y'all can hear her.
Yes, we can.
She just sits there and looks at me and constantly meows. It's like, what the hell do you want? You just ate.
Disagreeing with you.
If I don't give her attention constantly, all rubber head, oh God, you're here. I know you're here. I know you're here.
I didn't know you were
you.
married.
Sure.
Isn't that what
Rob,
married?
I mean, literally.
Is she missing your other cat?
Hey, I tell you what, buddy. Never mind. I won't say it.
Maybe Louis, but that cat's always been like that for him when he's on camera. Much like
Yeah,
Much like
always.
our cats and Darren's dog, former beloved dog Deuce would just get pissed when we would go into the computer room at his place and bark and bitch and moan. And if we'd go back out to the fucking living room, he'd lay down and he was fine.
Yeah.
I will say this, and then I'll let Lois give us his thing or whatever. But I've never owned a cat like this. I've had them my whole life. You know, we've always had a cat, dog, or whatever my whole life. A couple of them, whatever. This cat here acts like a dog. She follows me all the way around the land, down in the woods, everything. She's on my heels the whole time. All right. She chases things that I throw and brings them back to me. Literally. She fetches, for God's sakes.
That's awesome.
She is not a normal cat. But anyway, I love her to death. She's aggravating sometimes, but I love her to death. Anyway.
Maybe she identifies as a dog.
I'm telling you, I've never seen a cat do that.
The first trans dog.
Yeah. God, don't say that. Oh, God. Lois.
All right. I picked for number 9. I have a slight correction. This is the one song that is dated. That was the remake that Ace did not want to do. I don't think it really fits the album at all. It's it's a filler for me. I wish he wasn't forced to do the song and yeah, you guys have it any higher than 7. I'm going to really be disgusted with you. New York,
you wouldn't have had a hit without it.
Number 9 position.
With your logic, Louis, if he wouldn't have been forced to do that song, this album would never, ever had any traction whatsoever.
As a hit and a radio thing, yeah, that got the attention for the album. But that doesn't mean it makes it the best song or even a good song. The song, in my opinion, compared to most of the rest, at least 7 of them or maybe 6 of them or whatever, fucking blows. That's my take. End of story.
Wrong as usual, but that's it.
No, you guys are wrong. If I don't hear it at least by 7 by the rest of you, I'll lose all respect for you.
Oh, well, no respect.
All right. As soon as I recover from Lewis's statement, I will jump to my number 8. And that is the aforementioned song Blow Zone. This would be a decent song if not for the fucking whining that drones on throughout the whole thing. It's
you mean
the way
Ace's
he holds
voice?
out. Yes, the way it's not the voice, it's the delivery. And it's his singing, it's the style in which he sings plus the blow zone. It's it's annoying, and I love the way that Dave described it as wishing it would go back to the fucking opening. Now you realize that was the best part of the song. Actually, I think it's when it fades out. So the second part is the opening, but the fade to silence is the best part.
My favorite part is the silence between tracks on pretty much all of these.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, number 8 for me. I used to love this as a kid, probably because of the goofy intro. And I think even last time I might have had it maybe middle of the pack, but today and yesterday it did nothing for me, and that's Wiped Out. I found it almost annoying for the first time in my life. So, like I said, a lot of my list has changed even from the last time me and Scott did this.
You're gonna be surprised where you had that
again because we fucking. It depends on your mood with a lot of stuff, especially this Ace album, or even like Lewis said, with his, it may be a little bit. I'm not such strong feelings on it as Lewis's Paul's being a little dated. But when you have material that's older, and very unique compared to everything else you listen to, it really depends on your freaking mood. And I found that out with this list over the last couple days. So Wiped Out is number 8.
Number 8 for me is Snowblind.
Another
I have
whiner.
Another one with a poor chorus and just an absolute pointless breakdown. It's like, what the fuck where does that come from? It just doesn't make any sense in the song. It's doing well because it's keeping the instrumental off the bottom, way off the bottom. And
All right. Number 8 for me is, thank God I ain't the only one.
You're never going to be the only one.
Mighty damn. That has never annoyed me until this last time as much as it did this time. My God, dude. I thought, damn, have I never been this annoyed? Like I said, Rob, it might have been my damn mood. I don't know, but that's a good damn song till they start doing the fucking chorus. I think when I first got this and heard it as a kid, I was probably doing something, playing with a He-Man or a fucking Star Wars or whatever while I was listening to it. And I think I probably paused when it done that and just like, what? I mean, literally, that's what it'll make you do, especially if you hadn't heard the song or ain't, familiar with it. But why? Those are the questions I have on every solo album, especially the other two. But Paul and Ace only have a few that I question why they done, but that's one on Aces, for God's sakes, man.
Did you say He-Man or She-Man?
He said He-Man. Stop with the
Oh,
joke.
okay. I was just being serious. It didn't come across. I hear it.
A race car track or one of them electric football things, where it vibrates and they run down the field and it makes noise. And, I had all that junk.
Kind of shaped like a it vibrates.
You what now?
You found your mom's space rocket.
Oh.
My dog has an electric chew toy.
Yeah, I never found that, thank God. I'd have been scarred for fucking life if I'd found something like it.
Louis, you got any other controversial takes?
Do I have a controversial take? I don't know.
Yeah, number 8, do you have something like Rip It Out?
Sensible. All right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all about you, Louis.
What?
It's all
about you. It's the only take that matters.
Lou. All right. Okay. Number 8, Fractured Mirror, because I don't hate the song, but it's, whatever. It's just one of those. I didn't put it there because it's an instrumental. I put it there because other songs I like even better, or maybe the next one after that wouldn't make sense. But anyway, I placed it maybe because of its length, Like, I need to be in the mood and have the time to sit and enjoy the song. That's the reason why I put it number 8. I just think it's a little longer than it needs to be if you're going to have different songs on a playlist, and this one takes a long time to get through. So Fractured Mirror, number 8.
We should recall your name in the loo.
Yeah.
How do you spell that? Is that L-O-U or L-O-O?
You can put L-O-U if you want.
Oh, no, because I hope it's spelled differently, because otherwise people are going to say, I was going to put Lou is on the loo, but hoping that's spelled different. So people
Lou is L-O-O, yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll do that someday.
Norm.
Not today, though.
But shaken. Both, all 4 cheeks and a couple of chins. He was fucking funny. All right. At number 7, if it wasn't for the Fractured Mirror, Dave and I'd be matching up. This is where I have Snowblind. Again, it's the delivery. It's not the voice, because I think the overall voice being somewhere in that tenor range, I don't think I would mind. It's the delivery, the way he holds shit out, because the music on this track is great. The riff is nasty. The solo section, I think, is done well. If it had a different singer or if it was instrumental, it would be better, or just figured out a way to deliver it differently. So, Snowblind, Mr. Cokehead song is number 7.
That's how you can sell this album to people. If it only had a different singer, it would have been such a great album. Okay. Number 7 for me is where I got the Tibetan chanting of ozone. Again, annoying, yes, but I'll tell you what, man. Every one of these songs, I had no urge to skip today. So it was still a decent listen, which is saying something for me, because I used to really hate some of these songs, but I think musically Ozone has a lot going for it. It's just I don't even think it's the chanting that bothers me. That and Snowblind, they just seem like they're just weighed down and refuse to fucking get going. But not a bad song, I think. I mean, it's fun to rip the Ozone chant, but it's not terrible.
Number 7 for me is Wiped Out. I've got shitty intro, forgettable verses, hate the transition into the chorus, but I do like the chorus. So this redeeming feature is the chorus, which is unusual, because usually with Ace songs, it's the chorus I hate.
Yeah.
Have we had anybody match up yet?
I think 2 of us on Fractured Mirror, me and Darren.
Well, me and Dave just matched up on Wiped Out. Is that what he had?
Yep.
I have to agree with what he said. I mean, as far as I like the song better than him, but the best part of the song, which is completely kick ass, is the chorus.
Echoes.
It is. This song's every fucking where.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine trying to put this song together, for God's sake. But I do like it. It made it to number. Shut up. Put your ass outside, man.
For all of you watching and can't see off camera, he's talking to his wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the basement, bitch. Shut up. Anyway, Wiped Out. I've always liked the song, but this time I don't know where I had it last time. Maybe had it in the same spot. I don't know. But the chorus really, you find the groove and then you lose it again. To me, on that song, for some reason.
And maybe any of you guys can think of a different song. Have you ever heard of a song that takes it down between the verse and then lifts it back up for the chorus? And I love the guitar part in between that, but I've never heard a verse be just this fast that it brings you down and then the chorus comes up about halfway. It's like Scott said, trying to arrange this song or play it live has got to be a freaking headache.
Well, that's what I said. I don't like the transition into the chorus.
Yeah. I mean, it's very different. Louie.
All right, number 7. Just feel it's not as strong as the rest. Let's put it this way. When I get to number 6, that's going to be, the song would be in the same place, but it has a different, have a different attitude toward it. But number 7 for me is I'm in Need of Love. I'm surprised you guys are going to put it any higher than that.
Lower.
It's good to know that none of us have had New York.
Like,
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Just to point out too, Louis, none of us have put New York Groove in.
Yes, I've noticed that too. I mean, I didn't notice it until you mentioned it, but like I said, now that's it. Respect is gone.
Yeah.
Oh man, anybody thinking that New York Groove is better than what's left? What I got is really I don't know. Something wrong with you. I can't wait for the comments to rip me apart. Yeah, if I had the skills, I'd make it look just like that too.
Norm.
1 second, sorry. At number 6, this is where I put the song Wiped Out. Really, the only thing I have on here is that I liked about the song were the drum and the drum effects, the effects through the chorus, and the guitar riff. But overall, it's just okay. At least the whining wasn't over or apparent. Excuse me on this one.
Yeah, I think that's a phaser on that snare drum on the intro, and I do love the echoes on the chorus. That's, I think, a really nice touch to it. Okay, my number 6, right? Yeah, number 6 is Snowblind. Another solid tune. It just, not even pick up the pace. He just sings it like it's dragging. The chorus is what bothers me. Other than that, it's a cool tune. I mean, I really liked this album. I was surprised because I knew it was my second favorite, but I hated like half of this album. And it don't bother me yesterday.
Okay. Number 6 for me is finally where the instrumental ends, Fractured Mirror.
Wow.
This is unusual for me because usually they end up at the bottom. I actually do like this one. As Darren said, hate all the other iterations of this song. But yeah, this to me is enjoyable. I love the way it builds up throughout. And I think it's just a good, solid instrumental track. And it doesn't have Ace singing, so.
I think he would have done himself a better service to be. I mean, did Eddie Van Halen have more than Eruption on the albums?
He had little
solos?
intros.
Okay, besides an intro, just like an instrumental solo. I have a hard.
No.
What I'm getting at
Did a
is I have
couple of acoustic.
right,
He had a
but
couple of
I have a
acoustic
hard
ones.
time thinking Eddie Van Halen would have said, "Okay, this is Eruption 2, Eruption
Oh.
3." I
No,
think
I
that.
don't think he had a series.
Yeah, I think that was stupid on Ace's part. Each one should have had their own name. I don't give a shit. Give it a planet name, whatever. Why wasn't one called Planet Jandel or something? I don't know, but obviously Ace was not Jimmy Page popularity or Eddie Van Halen, so his stuff isn't going to get talked about anyway. But this Fractured Mirror is, first of all, it's an incredible title. I love that title. I mean, it gives you an image going right into it. To sully this, and you're immediately making people compare when you're saying part 2, part 3. I think I could have appreciated the other ones more if I wasn't subconsciously comparing it to this. Just name it something else, but it's a good instrument.
At least they didn't put dolls on here.
I like that goddamn song.
Oh,
So
no. Seriously.
I like that.
Which one?
Dolls off of Frehley's Comments
Oh,
first album.
God.
My little girl was 3 years
Thank
old.
God
when
for that,
song-
Scott.
My little girl was 3 years old when that song came out. We were listening to it in the car, and we thought she was singing the part at the end. I'm like,
Yeah.
we're just, oh my God. She picked up. They find out it's not her. It's the song. It's the Ace's daughter on the track.
Yeah.
You know? And
I think
I have an emotional attachment to that
Yeah,
song.
I think, and that's
So
what
I-
did it for me. I didn't have kids, obviously, still don't that I know of, but I like the children voice, the girl's voice. It's really cute on there. I like the keyboards. It's just a catchy, fun song. Is it a rock song? No. Does it belong on the album? Probably not. But I like the song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you had
concerned about
inflatable
Lewis.
dolls, Rob.
I think anybody that doesn't like it is evil.
I said you had inflatable dolls, Rob. So.
I
Yes.
guess I'm evil.
All right,
Yeah.
you're evil.
And Louis still plays with dolls. So.
No, I just fix them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. I cut the wieners off.
Okay. And Louis, a little bit of encouragement for self-promotion here. The people in the comments from the warning seem to fucking be obsessed with your goddamn Godzilla doll. So you might want to capitalize that on just do a little, presentation every video.
No, I don't wanna do that.
Absolutely. Make sure he shows up.
No. Yeah.
All right, whose turn?
Even if you have to pull him out of your ass right in front of everybody,
Yeah,
make sure he
but
shows up. All
if
right?
I pulled anything out of if that came out of my ass, I'd be in the fucking hospital. That
That's
would
your turn,
fucking,
Scotty.
or even that, I'd probably just kill me.
Oh,
Whose
shit.
turn?
Whose
Is it
turn
Scott's
is
turn?
it?
Scotty's turn.
Ring the bell again. Dave's copying me. Fractured mirror, man.
Am I copying you? You'll be put after me.
Yeah, you just got put before me. But anyway.
I still don't know what you've got until you tell me.
Yes. This is fantastic. I
Which one?
love it. Fractured mirror, man.
Fractured, yeah.
I ignored it for years, man. I loved it when I was young and just didn't pay it no attention forever. And I don't think I've ever had it up this high before. It really is a good instrumental. It's just Ace to the core listening to it, man. It ain't a bunch of eruption or nothing like that going on. It's just playing, man. And the build up, like Dave said, man, I actually love it. I like all his fractures. The Fractured 2, it's Fractured TOO instead of Roman. Get the fuck out of here.
What?
God dang it, people, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, someone calling you?
I'm sending them a message, man. Hell with this.
All
Scotty's
right.
offended by my screenshot.
So Fractured was your number 5 to Louis, right? 6.
Yeah,
6 to
yeah. I love it. Louis, go ahead. I'll be right back.
Okay. Number 6. The difference this time around, instead of being a 9 through 6 that I don't really care for, it's become a very favorite of mine at number 6 to 1. Just its position is the same, but now the attitude has changed. So 6 Up is all cool stuff for me. And I really dig the fuck out of this song. I whatever excuses you gave for not liking it or liking it less than you should, that's I can probably understand that because it is different. But fucking Ozone is just fucking evil, ripping sinister. That's all. Everything about it, the way it starts off, the Ozone, all that stuff. I fucking think it's a tremendous song. It's really cool. And I'm kind of tired of you guys blasting on Ace's voice because his voice fits the music perfectly. It's Ace. That's the way he sounds. It fits with the songs. I think it's fucking terrific stuff.
I don't know what drugs your doctor's got you on, but I'd get off him.
You're the one on drugs if you got a problem with Ace's voice.
Never said it was his voice, it's his delivery.
Whatever. I just love the way he puts it all together.
Look,
there's not many people out there that go, well, Ace's album would have been better if it's a different voice or delivery, whatever. I mean, that's never really been said. Ace's album is the most popular one.
I beg to differ. I've said it countless times.
Me too.
Look, when Rob and I months ago, last year sometime, when we did Winger 7, right? I happened to enjoy Kip Winger's voice and most of his previous stuff. And there were plenty of stuff on that 7 album that I enjoyed as well. It's just the stuff that I was disliking was the stuff that his delivery was a little bit more whiny. And that's the stuff that ragged on me. And it's the same with this album. Now, he had only sung 2 songs on Kiss albums prior to this, right? And yeah, some of the, like I said, I happen to like the tone of his voice, but on half of these songs, he fucking whines. And that fucking gets old listening to that in and out, in and out, in and out. But anyway, at number 5, this is where I put the song. And I don't know why they dropped the last half of it, but I'm in Need of Love. And the original title had "and facial reconstruction" after it. But so I think the title was too long and it was fucking dropped from it. So I'm in need of love. The guitar effect puts it above the rest of the whiny songs, and that's why it made the middle of the road at number 5. Robert.
All right. First off, point of honor, UN. I will defend myself and my take on Ace Frehley's voice to anyone at any time and do it loudly and proudly. Does he do some songs decently? Yes. But if you're going to sit on your toilet and tell me this man has a gifted fucking voice, you are not only delusional, you are lying to me, the audience, and yourself. He has the most monotone, flatline, no variation, no range voice that I have ever heard any rock singer who tried to be a lead singer have. You may like it, but to say people are nuts for saying his voice is absolutely nothing, that's just delusional, because compare it to Paul Stanley, Steven Tyler, even Vince Neil. You name your lead singer, and then you look at Ace Frehley's voice. Come on, Lou. You're better than that.
No way. No way. I never said his voice was gifted. I said it fits. That's all I said. There's nothing wrong with the sound of his voice, that it fits the music. It doesn't bother me at all. I like hearing it when he's singing his songs. I mean, and then and all that stuff. What he's doing now, forget about it. It's shot. It's gone. But what he's put on albums, whether it was the Kiss albums, some of the Frehley Comet stuff or whatever, it's not a voice that bothers me. And I don't think it should get so freaking disparaged the way it's getting. That's all I'm saying,
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It does fit his music. That's fine. But when I say a song would be better if A, B, or C sang it, in my mind, that's true. I mean, you take a song I love, any Ace song I love, it's to me going to be better if a vocalist with a more powerful voice is singing it. That's just common sense to me. But, yes, he does well for what he writes. He doesn't write above his ability musically for something his voice can't handle. But you look at, like we were playing, or I was playing before everybody joined in, my 2 favorite songs on Frehley's Comets. First one, Something Moved and Calling to You, both by Todd Howard. Try to imagine Ace Frehley trying to pull those songs off. There's no fucking way it could happen. But you look at Rock Soldiers and Into the Night and say, could Todd Howard pull them off? Abso-fucking-lutely. So, I mean, it's just a matter of preference. That's all. And I like to rip Ace because it pisses Scott off.
What was the hell was you playing before we came on here?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Paul Stanley was singing it.
Oh, that's Where Angels Dare, man.
Oh,
You.
you want to talk about fucking bad?
That's a fucking phenomenal song. Phenomenal
Jesus
song.
Christ. But anyway, all right. Hey, Louis, what'd you pick?
Wait a minute. I think
I think it's Rob. Oh,
It's Rob's turn anyway.
All right.
yeah, it's Rob's turn, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
I'm in need of love and facial reconstruction.
Yes. And number 5 for me is also a shortened title. Rip it out and stomp your eardrums into nothing, and you won't have to hear these vocals anymore. Was the original title. No, just piggybacking on Darren. Rip It Out has fallen, I would think, I'm guessing, quite a bit for me. I just have had enough of it. It's against my rule of overplay, but it's the only one I wanted to quickly grab the mouse and hit skip just because I've heard it so many fucking times. And I think the Kool-Aid drinkers out there glorify this like it's something way better than it actually fucking is, much like Shock Me. Good song, yes. Good, rhythm, good beats, good solo, but it's far from the epic masterpiece that I would say Rocket Ride is 10 times what Rip It Out is, but that's my opinion. So it's in the mid pack.
Okay. Still no Neo Crew from anyone. That's good to see. Number 5 for me is What's on Your Mind. I like this. It's a catchy tune. Another one where I just think the chorus is much stronger than the verses, which I said is a bit of a theme with Ace's songs. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, this is a solid song. From here on, I like all these songs. So
You know, me and Dave pile on Ace to get to Scott, but I didn't know we'd be getting to Lou more than Scott. I didn't know Lou was such a Kool-Aid drinker.
he's a Kool-Aid kid.
Well, he could break through a wall, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Scotty.
5 and up playlist for me, and I'm sure that's changed too over time. I do love Fractured Mirror. That was my number 6. Number 5, the big hit, New York Groove, man. I think it may have come up a little bit. I was a little burnt out on it for a while, but I like it, man. It's a damn good tune, man. It ain't, in your face or none of that shit, but I do like the way Ace sings it. I do love the vibe of the song. I think it's a good damn song. And of course, Forever, another song that didn't know was a cover. So, New York Groove, number 5. Fantastic song.
Yeah, Lewis.
All right, number 5. I went through this list 2 or 3 times, 5 and 3, swap positions multiple times, blah, 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 blah. I just was one thing. So Rip It Out made it to number 5.
What a smart man you are. I take everything back.
I would have thought it was 6 and 9 that swap position.
Lewis redeemed himself.
Yeah.
You won't not for long though.
Now imagine how good Rip It Out would be if someone else sang it, Lou.
Of course, then.
And
All right. At number 4, this is where I put the song What's on Your Mind. I do like the blend of the acoustic and electric guitars in the song. This is another one of the more pop rock type of songs, so doesn't really blend well with most of the rest of the songs. There is some whining in this one as well, but it's not as much as others, so it made it up to number 4.
Okay, see, when you started your thing at the beginning of the video, I thought you were going to say he's whining in his lyrics about something. I get as his delivery.
Correct.
So what's that? Number 4 to me.
Yes,
I'm in need of love, and I think this has jumped up for me. I'm not positive. Man, I'm telling you, this album sat so much better with me today than it has since I was a kid. When, of course, I blindly loved everything, as all of us Kiss Kool-Aid drinkers did when we were young. The bottom of this list. What's that?
except Peter Silva.
Honestly, poor Pete, because I love him. Probably my second favorite member behind Paul. That was the one album that even as a kid never came out of the jacket. Even Gene I'd pull out just to play Radioactive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in need of love. I think it's a good song. This whole album just to me it worked today and yesterday.
Number 4 for me is the first of the 2 covers of Russ Ballard song that this does. I think he does a good job with this one. It's probably the best written song on the album. He ranks as my 4th favorite song. So New York Groove. I have no respect from Louis, but that's good.
What's the name of the song?
New York Group.
Into the Night is the other Russ Ballard.
Oh, Russ Ballard, yeah. Who also did for Argent, then Kiss remade it, God Gave Rock and Roll.
Yes.
And actually, Russ Ballard's got some new shit. I just saw an article that he's putting a new album out. So I don't know what kind
I love his song. I love his song Voices.
His actual song that he sings in. Okay.
Yep. Great song. Don't look back, look straight ahead. Don't turn around when the voice says.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. Scotty,
There you go,
Scotty.
Louis.
number
I'll beat you,
four.
Louis, to a song. Yeah.
The rest of these are just freaking wicked, man. That's my take. Snowblind, love it. Fucking fantastic, powerful, great fucking vocals on this one too. Even the chorus doesn't bother me. It gets a little repetitive, but it's not one that irritates me. I think it's a jammer all the way through. And I've always loved this song. So it did get number 4. Yeah, this
Yep.
time. So
Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. That is a killer goddamn guitar riff.
yeah. Luke.
Louis.
All right, 4, 3, 2, and 1, all interchangeable, different spots. So it could have been number 1 because it has, to me, a very good tempo to it. It's a story. I think it's really good. Speed Back to My Baby. I think it's a terrific song, and that's all I could say because the other 3 are also terrific in their own way.
Beauty.
All right. At number 3, the song that made this album a huge success, and that is New York Groove. It is another one of those more poppy rock songs. I think a ton of other people did not realize, the first time I heard this, that it was a cover song. But I dug it a lot more as a kid. I wouldn't even say overplay has ruined it for me. It's just I have come to enjoy others just a little bit more.
All right, number 3 for me. I think I was close on this the last time. It jumped up last time, and it stayed there for me, at least towards the top of the list. That's What's on Your Mind. I like this kind of feel-good poppy-ish song. Not a surprise. I like pop music, but I just like his delivery on it, especially the chorus. It kind of just starts rolling. I enjoy it. I mean, is it, epic Ace Frehley? Absolutely not. But I like the song. I'm not judging this song by is it killer Ace Frehley guitar or anything. I think it's a good fucking song.
Before you go, Dave, what did you have at number 4, Rob?
I'm in Need of Love.
Yes, you are.
And facial reconstruction, as it turns out.
I didn't say that bit. Number 3 for me is Rip It Out. This would have been the first song I ever heard. This is just a good rock and Ace song. It's a bit repetitive, but that's okay. And it's got a great trademark Ace solo in it. So,
Yeah,
one of
like
my
Scotty
favorites.
says, sometimes repetition works, and Rip It Out, that's definitely the case.
Yeah. No, sometimes it don't. Number 3 for me is Maybe I Should Turn Around, Maybe I Should Stop. Maybe I should turn around, maybe I should stop. Speeding back to my baby. Damn, this song sounded good this time around. I think I give it shit before, man. I don't know what I might have said about it or where I might have had it, but the damn guitar solo in it is fucking wicked, dude. He sings it great. Good beat. You got your little, car sounds in it, great song, man. Really is. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about before, but yeah, it had to have moved up for me. And then again, it may be close. I don't know, but
I think you liked it. I think it surprised you last time, and it bumped up last time.
it may have. It may have. But damn, it's a good tune, and it's a feel good tune. A little bit heavier than What's on Your Mind, but yeah, I like this one much better. Louis.
All right. Okay. I like this song a lot. I liked its, this innocence of the lyrics and whatever. I've mentioned this before when we did the Paul versus Ace battle. I love the way the song, the ending, because I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember the ABC after school specials, but the little twang they used to do at the end of the promos and stuff. So you could already figure out that What's on Your Mind is my number 3. And I think I matched with Rob.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Mm.
And I could happily say that my number 2 and number 1 will match with no one.
Because you're not.
We're not shot.
That's fucking awesome. That is awesome.
All right. At number 2 on my list, this is where I have Whip It Out and Slap Her Face. I mean, Rip It Out. It's got a great opening riff. Yes, repetitious, but quite a few AC/DC songs. It works in this one. The chorus is better, I think, than the verse. Anton Fig does a great job on the drums on this one, and Ace has a tremendous solo as well. And overall, just I think a damn ripping song.
All right. My number 2 is Speeding Back to My Baby. This has always been second, third favorite for me, even when I was a kid. And I am not going to go so far as to say it's his best as a technical approach. I will say it's my favorite Ace Frehley guitar work that I've ever heard, past, present, and obviously future. The weird things he does with the guitar to make these sounds. I would like to see this played, because I honestly, as someone who's played seriously at one point and just dabbled for decades afterwards, I have no fucking idea how he's making some of these fucking sounds on that guitar. It's not effects pedals that I know of. I don't know what it is, but it's so fucking wicked, and it's a fun song to boot. So Speeding Back to My Baby.
Damn right. I agree.
Number 2 for me, and I think this gets number 2 because I just like the guitar effect. That's I'm in Need of Love. So to me, it's just that effect through the song. Just, I don't know, it's something about it that carries it.
I think it's like Darren said, it's such a unique blend of acoustic and electric. It's just a full different sound.
Yeah, I think it's something that he had a little bit more freedom when he had, wrote this album, right? I think with Kiss, his job was to, play some solos and to accompany Paul's rhythm more so than to stand out
Right.
too much on his own, right? And then with this, he was actually able to layer some guitars and had a little bit more, obviously the freedom to do that and stand out. And I think on a lot of songs it worked very well. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of great guitar work on this album.
Damn right. Number 2. Oh shit.
Yeah, and
number 2.
I've tried muting everybody else. It's yours again, Scott.
I'll go after this. I'll go out and come back in.
Okay.
Number 2, fucking fantastic song, and I love it. I think you guys have used it up already. A song that didn't relate to me until later years. Actually, I didn't really pay attention to it that much as a kid. Is I'm in Need of Love. I love that guitar vibe. It goes through that whole damn song. It makes the damn song, and Ace sings
Ring the bell.
to fucking perfection. I mean, it's a great, great, great song, man. I love it. Even the high pace, at the end, man, where he picks up the tempo. Yeah, that one has. I was torn between this one and number 1. This just about got number 1, but I'm in need of love, and I know that you're in need of me. So, yeah, number 2. I'll be right back.
All right.
All righty. Number 2. This song's got the cool, heavy riff going through it. Then it's got that solo that doesn't seem to fit the song, but it goes back to the riff. but the solo's cool, and it's somehow, even though the solo doesn't fit the song, like what you expect to hear for a solo in that song, it still is a tremendous song. Snowblind. And who's echoing now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Keep talking.
All right. Test 1, 2, 3, ABC. Is it gone yet?
Yep.
All right.
No, there
Yeah.
it is.
No.
It's Darren this time.
I still hear it. I still hear it cutting out while I was muted.
Who knows? Maybe it's this fucking program. I don't know. We'll just have to tough it through. We're almost done.
Because you're cutting out on me.
I'm cutting out?
Well, everybody is when they're talking. It sounds like a network issue.
Okay. Probably. All right,
And your
Scott.
number 2 was wrong.
Yeah, it's not you, Scott. We're getting an echo no matter what, so it's got to be a stream thing.
Really?
Yeah, we'll just push through.
Yeah, fuck it. Right.
All right, whose turn?
No.
What did Louis pick?
I picked Snowblind.
Oh, yeah.
So it's my number 1?
Yes.
All right. This is where I have Speeding Back to My Baby. Again, this is one of the more pop rock songs with those amazing female background singers, those backing vocals.
Not to cut you off, Darren. Scotty, you didn't rip the female singer in Speeding Back to My Baby.
Yeah, and I ain't that crazy. That might have been why it wound up, number 3? Yeah, that might have been what knocked it down, man. I ain't crazy about that. But it's not as bad as Tomorrow and Tonight.
I've completely lost all audio.
Who did?
What?
I can't hear you guys.
You hear
We
me?
can hear you.
At all? I think Darren's the issue here.
I see your lips moving, but it was cutting out so bad now I can't hear you.
Okay.
Why don't you go out and come back in? Maybe that might adjust it because we're fine.
There you go. He's jumping out. Yeah, I think on the songwriting credits, Janet Frehley or some female Frehley gets credit on that. So I'm wondering if that ain't her singing.
Frehley.
Frehley, whatever the fuck it is. But can you hear us now? Can you hear me now?
I don't think you can hear you.
Watching silent movies.
And he's off again.
Anybody know sign language?
Yeah.
We all went for the same thing.
All right. Well, I will let him continue. So we will just are we jumping right to another solo album after this or not?
Yeah, I think we should just have Darren pick a name out of the bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Just
like I
knock
say,
all four of them
it's
out
just
right
to
away?
Keep them lumped into one
Yeah,
section.
that's fine.
Okay.
I saw an interview with Ace a couple years ago, and they said, "Is it Frehley or Frehley?" He goes, "It doesn't matter. Frehley, it's all good for me. As long as they remember my name, I'm all happy with that."
He don't give a shit, man.
He probably doesn't know either.
You know, it's funny.
You know, I swear to God, as a kid, all I ever heard was Frehley. It wasn't
Really?
until I got into like my teen years where people started getting butt hurt and saying, "It's Frehley."
That's all I ever heard was Frehley.
Really?
But every once in a blue moon, you'd have somebody say Frehley. Once in a while.
It was opposite here.
Must be your accent, though.
You just got to listen how Paul says it. We're going to turn it back over to We're going to turn it back over to Ace Frehley. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
you can't tell if it's Lee or Lay, so you're free or free.
it don't really fucking matter, to be honest with you. Everybody knows who the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
I hope.
Well, I don't know if he had to reboot his system or not.
He went to
Everybody but the Warning fans.
Hey,
What
I'm a
about
warning
the
fan.
Oh, and by the way, warning fans, if y'all watch this, I was listening to every bit of that. Because I was fucking doing shit, it doesn't mean I wasn't paying attention to the song.
You weren't paying
Guys,
attention.
I can chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. I do know that's hard to
can.
believe, but I can do it. It's
Let
hard.
me tell you something. Don't even worry about it. No warning fan is watching this video.
No, I disagree on that.
I hope so.
Norm
Damn.
is back. Do you
I think
got
so.
audio, Norm?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We
Yep.
can
Yep.
do fine.
All right. Finally.
We could always hear you.
Keep searching, Rob. Yay.
All right, yeah, I'm trying to get everybody in the right order again.
I'm after you, Rob.
Yeah, that's it.
Is this right?
Yeah.
All right. So finish your take on your number one.
I think the only thing I really had left to say is that even though it's more of a pop rock, in my opinion, it still has a great guitar crunch to it. I missed what you guys. I think you were starting to rib Scotty about the backing vocals. But
Yeah, I was just asking him because he usually hates female singers and he didn't rip on them. So
all right.
Sexist.
But yeah, no, I think it's obviously I put it in the number one slot for a reason. I think it's a damn good song.
all right, Louis, number one. I am back in the New
Back in New
York
York
groove.
Whatever.
This, I don't think this was probably even in my top three last time. But man, it's a great fucking song. I don't care who sings it now. I've heard Hello do the original, which I love. Ace, which I love. And even Andy Scott with the new suite put out a version based on Hello's version and then combined it with another song about New York. I love that. This is just an amazing song with an amazing groove. And I will never forget, this is the first time my mom did not tell me as a kid to turn that shit down when I would play New York Groove because she loved it. And still to this day, there are two rock songs that I have to put as recent as last year on her thumb drive for her playlist. Well, now three. She added Highway to Hell because it makes her laugh because that's how she feels when she's headed to work at Walmart. But he always has to have Sweet Child of Mine and New York Groove. So if you got a song that can capture, someone from the boomer generation who was an Elvis ABBA fan and tells her son he doesn't have to turn this shit down when that song comes on, that tells you how good the fucking song is.
Well, as I said, I think it's the best written song on there.
It's amazing. Russ Ballard truly. See, isn't it amazing? Because Desmond Child had a brief but not very successful career for himself, but as a writer, he wrote everybody's biggest hits. It's something you just don't. You have to have that it factor, maybe, to be in a successful band. I don't know. I mean, well, maybe not, because like the Foo Fighters don't have it unless you're talking about shit. But
Well, I think for Desmond, there's also social issues that
everybody's gay. In
now,
Hollywood. Well, back then too, they
it wasn't.
didn't tell you about it.
Very few
Yeah.
people were successful if they were openly gay then.
Rob Halford was plenty successful.
He wasn't open. He wasn't outed
He
until
came
later
out
on.
in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I think they
after
lost a
their
lot too, right? I
It
mean,
was after their success, so
Yeah, but what's the excuse with Russ Ballard? Then this guy's an incredible songwriter. I haven't heard him sing a lot, but
yeah, I don't know if I've heard his voice at all, but
Listen to the song Voices.
okay.
that's
But
the
it
one
was the
that
same
says,
thing with
"Hush,
like
hush,
Burt,
keep it
Burt
down now."
Baccarat too, right? Burt Baccarat wrote a lot of fucking hits, but he wasn't successful as a solo artist.
See, I never liked that game. It's too confusing for me. Dave, number one.
Number one for me is a match with Darren. Feeding back to my baby. And I think anytime Ace gets help with vocals is a good thing, which proves it with this song, because this to me is the best song on the album. I've always liked it, even from when I was a kid. Nothing's changed. It's always been number one. So it's stayed
All
there.
right. Before Scotty goes, we got to lead up to Ace Frehley down there, his number one fan.
And the number one song on Ace Frehley's solo album is still the same. It just about got dethroned, but Rip It Out is the song on the album that blows everything away for number one. Always has, always will. He's still playing it to this day with New York Groove, and it's fucking badass. I could not get it out of number one, even if I tried. I was trying to knock it off, but there was no fucking way. Rocking song, rocking solo, everything fits. It's perfect. Rip It Out. Champ.
All right.
Of course, these days when he plays it live, it's bad and it's ass.
All right. What was Dave's number one pick?
Speeding back.
It's a good song. I like that one a lot. That's definitely one of my possible choices in a rotation. But two things. Number one, Rob Halford came out as being gay in 1998.
That's what I said.
But you said 1998?
No, go back.
He did 80s.
Yeah, he was in the 80s.
No, I said 1980s.
It was after Painkiller. Sometime.
Yeah,
All right.
1980, around 1984.
Now, this song I chose as number one because Ace is known for being the drug addict, and everything else. The way he belted out the verses in this lyric was rapid succession without stumbling over himself is an amazing feat unto itself. I love the part where the bass, the heavy riff and the lead go hand in hand, like two different completely sounds inverting over each other, where one part is going bum, 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 and the other part at the same time. Wiped Out is so fucking awesome. What you guys fucking shit on the song like I wouldn't believe, but it's so fucking tremendous. So I'm gonna put Wiped Out at the best number one song on the whole fucking album.
I'd like to hear the 82
Louis
takes.
has spoken.
Well, that was a surprise, but I will agree with Louis. Anytime Ace doesn't stumble over himself, it's noteworthy.
Yeah, but how many takes did it take? Probably the studio for 3 weeks doing it.
One
I had
take.
no idea we had two of Ace Frehley's like card-carrying fan club members on this fucking panel.
Okay.
I
Louis
am a
Louis
Kiss
unzipped
fan
at the
that
moment.
About the Blow Zone tickets.
all the members, but I will not tolerate or put up with Ace getting ragged the way you guys do.
You
You
go,
know,
Louis.
All I gotta say.
Behind you, brother. I'm on your side. You give it to him.
There's the reason us three are at the top and used to at the bottom.
Boot to the head.
Yeah, I don't care what you think.
Boot to the head.
Okay, Ace fucking Frehley, the man, the myth, the legend. We revisited this epic solo album. Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Would you like to know the results of your
Oh yeah,
previous takes?
And I would like to say it is a valiant effort from Mr. Frehley to dethrone me, but it's impossible because I have the greatest 1978 solo album. Boom. There you go.
All right. So, Rob, you had one match from your previous take, and it was the song at number 5, which is you had
Rip It
Rip It Out.
Wow. Okay. I'm
All
surprised I'm still alive if I put that number 5 twice and Scott doesn't kill me yet.
Yeah.
So this time you had Fractured Mirror. In the previous episode, you had Snowblind. This time
that-
you had Wiped Out at number 8. Previously, it was Ozone. This time you had Ozone at 7, and it was previously Fractured Mirror. You had Snowblind at 6. In the past, it was I'm in Need of Love, and that's where you had you had that at 5 this time. I'm in Need of Love, and previously it was What's on Your Mind.
No. I had a Need of Love at 4. This time.
Yeah, rip it out. At number
Yeah,
1.
and you had it at 6
Oh, okay. Never mind.
previously.
Okay.
And you had it at number 4 this time, and you had What's on Your Mind at 4 previously.
Okay.
You had that at 3 this time, What's on Your Mind, and then Wiped Out was there previously. So that fell from 3 to 8. That was a big jump. Previously, or this time around, you had Speeding Back to My Baby at number 2, and that's where you had put New York Groove previously, and you had New York Groove at number 1, and previously that was Speeding Back to My Baby.
So that shows you how much better this album sat with me, that I broke last time my rule of putting the instrumental at the end and put 2 songs underneath it. And this time those songs went right above it. So
Yep.
cool. Scotty.
You had 2 matches. Your 1 and 2 stayed the same. So you previously had I'm in Need of Love at 2 and Rip It Out at 1. So this time you had What's on Your Mind at 9, and that's where you put Fractured Mirror previously. You had Ozone at number 8 this time, and that's where you had What's on Your Mind. You had Wiped Out at number 7, and that's where you previously had put New York Groove. Fractured Mirror this time was at 6, and that's where you put Speeding Back to My Baby.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa,
This time you
Female
had
vocals.
wait a minute. Whoa, Speeding Back to My Baby's number 3 this time.
you
Yeah.
had it at 6 last time.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know that was changed.
So this time around you had New York Groove at 5, and that's where you previously had the song Wiped Out. This time you had Snowblind at number 4, and that's where you previously had put Ozone. So this time Ozone was at 8, and you had liked it at 4 the previous time around. This time you had Speeding Back to My Baby at number 3, and that's where you previously had Snowblind. All right.
Oh, wow.
So here are the choices for our next album.
Don't pick Ace again.
I threw that one away. And this says Paul. Can't read
All
it.
right.
We're going straight to Paul.
Okay.
We'll save
Okey-dokey.
the shittier 2 for the end. So
Yeah.
Paul is next.
All right. Well, I guess the 2 shitters will end.
Sorry, I said diplomatic, and that's the way it turned out.
I told you we should have done it the way they have it as promoted.
Oh God, Lewis, let it go.
Yeah, Louis.
All right.
All right.
To answer or to rebut or rebuff Dave thinking that you guys are across the top gives you some sort of superiority. No, the guys at the bottom for this round, blah, 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 you fucking ass.
Yeah.
The guys at the bottom were the fucking sages of this fucking
Yes.
Then again, I think I was more of a sage than anybody else because I had the great wisdom to put the songs exactly where they belong. And I don't care about how somebody, likes a certain type of music, would like New York Groove, because to me, I'm not ragging on anybody's mommy. I'm just talking about people in general. When people that I know listen to music I don't like, when they pick the Kiss song they like, then I don't like that Kiss song anymore.
That's pretty fucking petty, Lou.
I know.
That is.
It's
And my
supposed to
final
be.
thoughts on this album.
No, I don't feel that way. I just want to be a ball buster. If somebody listens to a different style of music that I don't care for, and at least if they like any Kiss song, I'm very happy that they like Kiss songs.
I think Ace tried to bring about grunge music 15 years earlier.
Yeah, if you look at Ozone and Snowblind.
Yes, with the amount of droning on and that he does throughout this and the type of music that he was playing, I think he was starting the grunge movement in 78.
I don't know. I haven't listened to any grunge. I like anything like I like on this album, so that doesn't work.
It's just too bad that the other two guys didn't follow the Kiss blueprint, man. Who knows what would have been, because believe it or not, in 78, when these were released, even till 79, when Dynasty was released, Kiss was still the biggest band on the fucking planet until Dynasty was released, literally. And this right here had a lot to do. Gene and Peters had a lot to do with that downward spiral. Even as much as I love Phantom of the Park, that had a lot to do with it. You can just look back and see the things that they.
That's such a fucking lightning rod, that Phantom of the Park, man. Because as a kid, I was so thrilled and I loved it. But as an adult, I'm like, I wish they never ever would have fucking done that.
I love that movie.
Because
I love it because it's fun. The only thing I hate about that movie is the part after they get out of their electronic prison and they go to the stage, which is like maybe a 10-minute walk. They're flying through space to get there.
Yeah.
If they just, one guy did a video where he re-edited it and he just made it that they transported from there, boom, onto the stage. It's on Vimeo. Just try to find Kids Meets the Phantom, Vimeo or whatever. The guy did a really cool job. And he used the solo album songs, but he didn't use the vocals. He just used the music from those, like a karaoke kind of thing and all that. It's got some edits in it that are kind of jacked up, but it's really worth checking out. Like I said, that's the only part of the movie I think sucks. And of course, somehow Devereaux gets really old at the end and nobody knows why.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
You know that, but it's like, and out of all of them, Ace had the best acting moment in that movie when they walk in, they goes and he says, "Who ripped up our talisman?" Like, wow, that sounds like a real thing. Like he really wanted to know who ripped up the talisman.
You sure that wasn't the black stunt doubles line?
That was Ace.
The best acting they done in that movie is where they're in the cage, the electrical cage, and look at their faces. They're really pulling it off good, man. Great acting.
Yeah, they're doing good there
concentrating,
too. Like I said,
trying to get that box to come to them. They're really.
This is what had me bummed out yesterday. I started redoing the Kiss Meets the Phantom soundtrack videos so I could have a picture that I made of a fake album that you could see instead of it just being a black screen. And the first two they let me put up. The rest of them they blocked, and I didn't know why. So I took them all down and redid it. I've got track 5 to 13 so far because now they only allow me 8 videos a day for some reason. And so 1 through 4 are going to come up as soon as, like, I have to wait 24 hours. So I can't do those until like after 3:00 my time PM tomorrow. And all that. And I think it's a fun listen because you get all the different kind of music that's in whatever. That's in the movie, and it's really a fun listen.
Is the county jail cutting back on your screen time or what?
Oh, scratching my ass.
Rob, we've got to do that. We've got to do that live on here. Even if it's in sections, we've got to do Phantom of the fucking Park.
I'm all for it.
We should do my soundtrack.
Well, we need to do the movie.
Yeah,
the original movie. The only
the
problem I hate about that movie is it took the Jaws fucking, outline and said, let's not show you the real star of the show till fucking an hour and a half in. It took forever as a kid for me to you see the preview, you see the intro, they're all larger than life over the Ferris wheels and all the roller coasters. And then you sit and fucking see no Kiss for like over an hour. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Here comes the marching band.
I tell you what, if we did a live watch of that, man, I think that would be very entertaining.
I
Damn.
think we could do it. I think they got a copyright on that. Like I could not put up that video as one big thing just to have it.
No,
but I broke
you
it
got to
into
do it in
sections.
sections.
Yeah.
You got to do it in sections.
Okay.
Well, we could follow the pattern of my soundtrack as to when to break the sections because they allowed me to put that up. Oh,
We'll figure it out.
Not for nothing, but I really hope that you guys will go and listen to my Wasp playlist because the sound is really good. It doesn't sound tinny. It's got a nice heavy bass sound to it.
For the Electric Circus?
For the Electric Circus. I think you guys would enjoy it. Not to change what we did for a review, but just for your own enjoyment and just to see if you feel that the songs are placed differently.
Okay.
Listen, I've already listened to that album. Do I have to do it again?
Listen to off my freaking channel. There's a difference. I wouldn't talk about it.
You've got no respect for me, Louis. Why should I do that for you?
All right.
Because
And speaking of
you just listen to it.
speaking of respect, some people out there did enjoy the battles and the lists, so we will be intermixing those in. Bear with us, but we are going to power out these solo albums before we move on to anything else. And of course, we will continue with every Kiss album the rest of the way. But we got to start mixing more stuff in, and we will. But the solo albums is kind of pointless to break up that block. You might as well just get them all in.
That's right.
Exactly.
All right, gentlemen. When do you want to do Paul Stanley?
Friday?
Clean that up. We'll clean that up a
Friday or
bit. I don't
Sunday?
want to do Paul Stanley.
When do you want to do the review and ranking of Paul Stanley's 78 solo album?
That's better.
I could do
Wednesday
Thursday.
sounds good for Darren.
Aaron says
or
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday's good.
Louis, you're the only other one who's
Whatever day you want. I could do Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday.
Let's do Thursday. That way it gives me Friday to get everything prepped for Saturday without having anything to do Friday night.
All right.
All right, Thursday, Paul Stanley 78 solo album. Until next time, thanks for watching.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?